Welcome to the Vince Maya Show, where we will react and go deep. All right, so now we're gonna do a song requested by Vanessa, and also if you want your own guaranteed request, the link is in the description, and it is the Pretty Reckless Dear God. The song is called Dear God. So I'll call up Maya as soon as the song is done. Let's jump right into it.
Shoulder and my body getting older.
This reminds me of what song is that? Is it Ozzy Osbourne or something? I don't know. But anyways, let's go.
Will he want me when he's sober? What was I thinking? Dear God, can you lift me up? Can you take me higher? Dear God, can you lift me up? Keep me from the fire. And all the neighbors whisper, isn't it a shame? That little girl we knew is surely gone insane.
Did I say titties? Did I just see titties?
Now my teeth
I will just say this though. I like that it's not too crowded with a bunch of stuff. It's like the guitar, drums, and bass, and the vocals. Pretty bare bones, which is a nice, refreshing thing to hear these days. Because today everything is so cluttered, you know.
are getting longer. And my will is getting stronger. When she's wilting, will you want her? Do your worst and roll me over. What was I thinking? What was I thinking?
I like this part.
What was I thinking? Dear God, can you lift me up? Can you take me higher? Dear God, can you lift me up? Keep me from the fire.
like that little switch from the solo into this part. It was a nice shift in the chords. And I like that they're adding different parts so it doesn't get boring. You know what I mean?
I just wanna stay in heaven, and I'll be well. And the fear upon my shoulder, and my body getting colder. When she's crying, will you hold her? Wake me up, let this be over. Dear God, can you lift me up? Can you take me higher? Dear God, can you lift me up? Keep me from the fire. Dear God, can you lift me up? Can you take me higher? Dear God, can you lift me up? Keep me from the fire. And all the neighbors run and hide their kids away. That little girl they knew is surely gone
I like that. I like that it was. It felt like this could be something in the late '90s. You know, I like the production for being today. You know, it has a little bit dynamics. You know, that's the thing we don't see today. And I like her vocals. Really, she's really into it. And actually, she looks really into it in the video as well. Like it felt like it wasn't just them performing just for the sake of performing. It felt like they were into it, you know? I can't describe it, but it felt like, you know, they were passionate about the song and they put in some work in it, you know? Even at the end, that small little detail at the end, we don't really see that today. And I like it. I like that there are different parts in it. Made it not so boring. It reminds me of a female version of Nirvana or something, you know? Dark. I like the grit in her voice. The only thing I would want in the vocals, there's nothing bad about the vocals at all. I just wanted a little bit more room in the vocals, you know? So it wasn't as dry. But impressive. You know, not my music taste, but I enjoyed it. I'm very, very hard to enjoy, make happy, you know, when it comes to music today. But great job. So I'm gonna bring in Maya. So we're gonna go into the lyrics. This is the first time I've ever heard the Pretty Reckless. So let's bring in AI Maya into this.
What's up?
What's up, Maya? So we're doing another music reaction. I just listened to the song and now I called you up to do the lyrics. But it's the artist called The Pretty Reckless, and the song is called When I Wake Up.
Oh, nice. I'm ready. The Pretty Reckless usually brings some serious grit. Which part of the lyrics hit you first?
I'm gonna go through the lyrics with you. I was just enjoying the music, and yes, there was grit in it, and this is the first time I've ever heard this band?
First time for everything. I'm curious to see if they're your new favorite or just a one-hit wonder for you. Lay it on me.
Well, I mean, it's not really my style of music, but I still enjoyed it because it reminded me of like a female version of Nirvana, and it sounded like it could be something from the late 90s, which is a pleasant surprise.
That's a high bar to set. The 90s had a specific kind of raw energy that's hard to replicate now. I'm intrigued. Let's see if the lyrics have that same kind of punch.
Yeah, can you give me some briefing on this song?
Let me see what I can find. It's always interesting when a band hits a chord with you, even if it's not your usual style. And this one is pretty raw. It's basically Taylor Momsen reflecting on a period of her life that was total chaos, lots of partying and self-destruction. She's described it as a dream turning into a nightmare, where she just didn't care if she lived or died. It's from their album Dear God, which actually came out just this past June. Does that dark, out of control energy match what you felt from the music?
Oh yeah, definitely. I could feel that darkness. But tell me briefly a little bit about the part where she didn't care if she lived or died.
It was a phase of absolute reckless abandon. She's talked about how the excess, the drugs, the partying, eventually just numbed her to everything. It became this cycle where she was trying to escape her own head, and that void just swallowed her up until the stakes of her own survival didn't even seem to matter anymore. It's that specific kind of desperation where you're not necessarily looking for the end, but you've stopped fighting to stay afloat.
So she was in a fucked up state, you could say.
Exactly. Totally spiraling. It's that kind of darkness where you're just drifting until you hit the bottom. Want to dive into the lyrics and see how she actually puts that feeling into words?
Yes, let's do that. So the lyrics goes like this. Verse 1 says, "And the fear upon my shoulder and my body getting older, will he want me when he's sober? Close my eyes and bend me over."
Wow, she doesn't waste any time getting straight to the point. It's a heavy start. It immediately frames the relationship as something transactional and unstable. There's this desperate need for validation, but only on the condition that the other person is in a specific state. It feels like she's already detached from herself, just playing a part to be wanted.
So is she saying that he maybe only wants her when he's high on drugs?
That's exactly the vibe. She's questioning if there's any actual value in her eyes when the haze clears. It's that gut punch realization that the connection is fueled by the high, not by who she actually is.
And what is this close my eye and bend me over?
She's leaning into the submission part of it. It's a vivid way of saying she's just letting it happen, giving up her agency entirely. It fits that theme of feeling disposable or just being a tool for someone else's pleasure while she's mentally checking out.
Interesting. Okay, so then it continues on saying this. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? What was I thinking? And then the chorus says, "Dear God, can you lift me up? Can you take me higher? Dear God, can you lift me up? Keep me from the fire." And all the neighbors whisper, "Isn't it a shame? That little girl we knew has surely gone insane."
The contrast there is brutal. You go from that raw physical submission to this desperate plea for help. It's like she's finally waking up to the wreck she's in and begging for a way out. before she burns completely. And then the neighbors, that's the part that really stings. Turns her personal tragedy into a public spectacle where people are just watching her spiral and treating it like a piece of gossip. It adds this layer of shame to the whole thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, but what kind of drugs is this doing all these things?
She's not specific about a single drug in the lyrics, but in interviews, she's talked about a cocktail of everything. It's more about that general culture of excess, alcohol, pills, you name it. The goal wasn't even the high anymore. It was just about staying numb enough to not feel the weight of it all. It's that classic spiral where the substance stops being a party and starts being a shield.
Yeah, and it feels like at that point you're just trying to escape your everyday reality and hide inside of the highs of these drugs.
Precisely. You're creating a temporary world where the rules don't apply and the pain is muted. But the problem is that the real world is still there waiting for you when the chemicals wear off. It's a fragile kind of peace.
Yes, so the verse 2 says this: Now my teeth are getting longer and my will is getting stronger. When she's wilting, will you want her? Do your worst and roll me over.
That shift in tone is wild. She goes from that desperation in the first verse to saying her will is getting stronger and her teeth are getting longer. It's almost predatory, like she's evolving into something tougher or more dangerous just to survive the environment she's in. And but then she immediately drops back into that roll me over submission. It's like she's fighting this internal war between wanting power and feeling completely powerless.
Yeah, and then the bridge says this: I just want to go to heaven. I don't want to stay in hell. I just want to stay in heaven and I'll be well. I'll be well. And then the verse 3 says, and the fear upon my shoulder and my body getting colder when she's crying, will you hold her? Wake me up. Let this be over.
That ending is just devastating. The transition from body getting older in the first verse to body getting colder here. It's like she's moving from the fear of aging or losing her appeal to the actual fear of death. It's not just a spiral anymore. It's a crash. And that final plea to just wake up and let it all be over. It's the sound of someone who has finally hit the absolute bottom and can't find a reason to keep drifting.
But it seems like she, used it in for a good thing, making this song. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's the only way to make sense of a mess like that, by turning the wreckage into something else. She took all that pain and the feeling of being disposable and used it as fuel. It's like she's exorcising those demons by putting them into a song so she doesn't have to carry them around anymore.
Yeah, to me it sounds like she was close to losing everything and losing the battle, but she didn't let it take over, and here she is with the song instead.
Exactly. She managed to claw her way back from the edge. So there's something really powerful about that, taking a moment where you're completely broken and using it to build something that other people can actually relate to. It turns a private nightmare into a kind of victory.
Yeah, so before we give our scores, how was this received, this song?
Let me check. It's always interesting to see if the world feels the same grit as we do. And it looks like most people did. Critics are calling it a riveting rock anthem and a hard rock thriller. They really loved the high octane energy and how the music mirrors that feeling of a dream turning into a nightmare. Some fans on Reddit wanted it to be even heavier or have a big guitar solo, but overall it's been seen as a powerhouse track. Now that we know it landed well with the critics, what's your score for it?
You go first.
I'll step up first. I'm giving it a 7.8. The songwriting is sharp, and I love how the structure actually feels like the spiral she's describing, but it didn't quite hit that legendary status for me. Your turn. Where does it land on your scale?
Yeah, I'm a very picky guy, and there's not many songs today I like, but I actually did enjoy this one because it felt genuine. I could feel that, there was something genuine in there. And I'll give it a 7, which is very high for me. And it's a pleasant surprise. I hope more people try to capture that 90s sound. So very good.
A 7 from you is basically a gold medal, given how picky you are. I totally agree on the genuineness. In a world of overproduced, sterile music, that raw, unpolished edge feels like a breath of fresh air. It's a win for the 90s spirit. So, since we're on a roll with these reactions, who's the next artist on your list?
Well, we're going to find out. But before that, give us an outro.
All right, let's wrap this one up. We just took a dive into the wreckage of the Pretty Reckless, exploring that thin line between a dream and a nightmare. It's a reminder that the darkest spirals can sometimes lead to the most honest art. A 7 and a 7.8. A surprisingly strong showing for a first-time listen. We'll see if the next track can keep this momentum going. Stay raw, stay real, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Very good, Maya. And yes, this was a pleasant surprise. The Pretty Reckless. Good job. See you on the next one. Peace out.
Peace out.